And and if you listen, can you hear me talking? Hello, Albert. This is a test. There might be a slight delay. Don't panic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
All right, it's got delayed, doesn't it? I haven't heard it yet.
There is noise.
There is noise?
No, but not you.
Oh.
You're going to have to shout. I don't think your Bluetooth mic is working. You can hear noise. Get background noise.
All right then, let me go and check that then. Thank you. Long delay here at the... Never mind the width, feel the quality. I think it's designed for you to press the button should someone do something rude in front of you. I can hear myself now, thank you. Hello, welcome everybody. It's back at the Hithercroft for live Skittles. It's Bestsellers 2 home versus Lads Night Out away, and as the jukebox kicks in, thank goodness we've suffered over past weeks when the jukebox was broken. We don't play good Skittles in silence. We'll run through the team's Bestsellers 2. Off first, Norman Yates, followed by Tony Moore, Ben Moore, Peter Avery, and the double Wadsworths, Robert and John. For Lads Night Out, first up it's me, followed by Rich Masters, Albert Hansel, Charlie Cook, Tom Morgan, and the skipper Alan Pointer bringing us home. Delayed start today, apologies, the previous match overran. For those interested, the guest ale is Hoppit and it's going down very nicely. We should be underway in just a short time. Until then, grab a beer from the fridge and the snacks and we'll see you shortly. Okay, we're ready to start. Norman's going to kick us off for Bestsellers 2 to the strains of AC/DC. Game on. Oh, found the gap with the first ball. Oh, picked up the corner pin there. 4 scored.
What I've got to get
Oh, he just missed it. Well played, Norm. 5 scored. It's me up next. Well, I'll take the 6 there. Never like those straight ones. Bit lucky on that first shot, to be honest, but there we go. So it's 6-5 to Lads Night Out after the first throws in leg 1. Up next, it's Tony for Bestsellers. Solid first ball with 4 down. Oh, just nicked another one. single there. 6 scored for Tony, giving Rich a target. Rich looking very cool and calm and collected. The glasses are down. Glasses on or glasses off for this one, Rich? Always glasses off. He never likes to see what he's aiming for. Makes him nervous if he can see the Skittles. Rich elegantly striding up to the oche. Little loosener there, first one, just to loosen up. That's the tricky one out the way. Good one there. Oh, 1 scored for Rich. 1 scored. Lads Night Out 7, Bestsellers 2 11, and a fine paid there by Mr. Masters. To be fair to him, he paid up very promptly. This is Ben Moore now, the sticker up for Bestsellers 2. Oh, another gutter ball. It's catching from the Masters. Oh, it's a good recovery there. 4 scored from young Ben there. No shame in that one. Now, battle of the teenagers. Although we are looking for our particular teenager, he's too busy plugging his phone into the charger to get some social media coverage, which is understandable. Bearing in mind that we're streaming on social media, I can't really complain. He's keeping the woolly hat on. Taking a leaf out of Charlie's book. Always keep the top of the head warm. I was unlucky not to pick up a third on the way through there. Second ball for Albert. Oh, that was beautifully struck on the kingpin. That was an excellent shot. There's a clearance on here. Tricky angle for the right-hander, but let's see what he does. That's a lovely delivery. Oh, well played, Albert. Beautiful 7 scored there. That brings us right back into contention there. Just 1 behind now. 15 Bestsellers 2, 14 Lads Night Out after 3 have thrown this first leg. All to play for. Here comes Peter. Playing for Bestsellers 2 now this season. Brings their last 3 big hitters here. Three scored. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, what a recovery. What a superb recovery there to take the 8. Charlie Cook up next for Lads Night Out, the rookie. But he's young, he's got youth on his side. Youth, vigour and vitality, and skinny jeans. Come on, Charlie, do it for the millennials. Don't squeeze the cloth too hard. Fully damp. Whoa, well, you can't say fairer than that. 7 with the first ball. Unfortunate split, but my goodness. He went for it. I like that. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic, Charlie. Matched Peter there, points by points.
Top man, Charlie. You're going to need to carry on like that, mate.
I was just telling our viewers that the Bestsellers 3 put up a very strong last 3 here in Avery and Double Wadsworth.
Yeah. It's looking pretty meaty, I have to say. I mean,
Although Charlie,
put them in. They were disappointed about being put in, though. So maybe we've.
despite Richie's
got
one,
them on
we're
the
only
run.
one behind. Despite Richie's one. The younger Wadsworth is up now.
I mean, he's not that much younger, is he? Let's be honest. I mean, you're being kind. Let's have a look at it. Questionable T-shirt, do we think?
Are you worried about the racist overtones?
Always.
4 on that first one. Second delivery.
Pretty in pink now from the Psychedelic Furs.
Wow.
It's going to be
Tricky shot here for the clearance, but
it's there though, isn't it?
it is there. Let's see what he can do with it. What a superbly controlled delivery from Rob Wadsworth. The clearance, well deserved. Well deserved.
Game on, Tom. Very much so.
Wise, sage advice from the skipper there to his number 5. Game on.
I think one shy. Oh, it's probably. It's probably Hansel. He's not used to paying because he just takes it out of his feet.
He's too busy social mediaing our sticker upper, but not tonight.
This is nice to see. There's 7 and 8 there from the.
It's very good.
the
Tom
young,
Morgan
the
now.
young members.
Here
they
comes
they
Tom.
got so much vim on their side, haven't they? That's the thing.
The millennial crew.
Yeah, these young shaver snappers.
Solid 3 from Tom, first ball. Lovely king strike. That's a really unfortunate. I think that is going to be if he gets 1, that's going to be an undeserved 7. He deserved more. Let's see what he can do.
Which one to go for?
I don't know. He's changed his mind twice already. Yeah, unlucky. That was unlucky.
So,
That's
all
a-
behind. Plus these.
28 for
Oh, we'll
Lads
have to
Night Out,
keep the
32 for Bestsellers 2, with the last 2 to play in this first leg. Leading off
Jumper off for this one, I think.
will be John Wadsworth, the skipper. Alan has removed the knitwear. Mr. Big Hand, the favourite T-shirt, is out. John Wadsworth, the silver fox here. Much more hair than his son, it has to be said. Calvin Klein sweater. Well, now then. Has he got too much braceletage on that bowling hand? Is that off-weighting him? So that was a lovely king strike, but I think he's behind target.
Required for the draw as we speak.
Hello? Oh, just the 1. I think he'll be disappointed with that. However, Alan does need to work. Alan needs to sink all of them to win, to secure a draw. 37 for Bestsellers. We're currently on 28, so a full clearance is required to draw. Skipper strides up, beard looking lustrous. Mr. Big Hand's lucky T-shirt in full effect. Bowling from the radiator end. Bowling from the radiator end as ever. It's 3. It's a third of what he needs. Oh, that was so unlucky. It's pretty much all over now, unless he can come up with something miraculous to knock all of these down with 1 ball. A 5 there, avoided the fine. That was very unfortunate. 33 points, Lads Night Out, 37 Bestsellers. So 1 down. Me to kick off, I believe.
Off we go, Newts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a what? Just fractions in it, Tom. Hey. He's had a bit of fortune with that. Take what you can get, Newts. 5 down, first ball there. I don't know how sensitive Newton's microphone is.
I don't know. Can you say bad things or not?
I mean, it's only the lads watching. I mean, obviously Alex is easily offended, isn't he? So,
Alex?
Yeah. But we'll see. Oh,
Okay.
6 score.
Good 6 there.
How sensitive is this, Newt?
So that again, Alan.
Do you have to be very close for the microphone action? No, I was figuring it was more directional.
No, you don't need to. As Alex would say, if you get too close, you'll clip. So a 6 from me then. It's acceptable. It's acceptable. 2 6s on the board. Now then, Norman Yates. Wearing his lucky waistcoat. Here's his first delivery. 3 per ball. Second coming up now. Just the 2. Although it's a reasonable angle and the kingpin's still available.
A gap there.
There is a lot of gap, but there's also a lot of king. It's got it. Oh, yes. That looked lovely. 8 scored. So, Bestsellers 2 ahead after the first throws of leg 2. Next up for Lads Night Out, it's Rich Masters. Still going to keep those glasses firmly wrapped around his pint glass and not on his face. Aiming is for wimps.
It's important to develop these habits, isn't it? I click my fingers at least 2 times on the walk up.
He's not counting the pressure though, is he?
No, he's good with it. He loves it. Here he goes. First delivery. Interestingly, this time he's decided to gutter it on the right, whereas last time it was the left. Here we go. Some comedy reaction from the huge crowd here at the Heathercroft there from that second ball. Big third now, big third. Hey! He finished with the trick shot, the impossible back skittle. Another one. He's on for the he's on for the record of lowest score.
Oh, Richard.
7 points for Lads Night Out. We're 1 behind, plus whatever Tony can throw down.
Just what is he want to be?
I'm going to hand over to Skip because it's my turn to get the beers in. Hop it.
I'll have a hop it, thanks, Newt. Yeah. We're once again maybe struggling in leg 2 here with Tony's first ball. They're stepping up the Bestsellers too. Look at 7 scored, great stuff. You're giving him the nod. He knows. Hansel knows. He's sitting apart from us tonight. I don't know. What?
He looks focused.
He's wearing what used to be called a bobble hat, but with no bobble. A bobble-free bobble hat. It's another nice... Ooh. He's been unfortunate. He's maybe been a bit touch fortunate there to get 4 for that. Still needs 1 to avoid the fine. Looking good. Just the 1. 5 scored. Hey, Norbert. Any views on tonight's game, Tom?
Well, it's been a slow start from us so far, hasn't it, I suppose? Rich is feeling a bit bad about himself in a minute, but I think he'll only get better.
I mean, it's at present he is staring down the barrel of the old L&O low score record, isn't he? So
What
That's going to make... Richie, he already has it, so in some ways it'll be very much a Pyrrhic victory, Tom.
He can't fail, can he?
I believe it... I mean, he'll know, but I think it's 8. It's 8 pins, isn't it?
8.
Oh. We've got an in. Maybe we're back in with a chance here. Just one scored there.
Well, we're going to get one equity, I suppose.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We're not out of this yet. I mean, 4 points adrift.
No, it's all quite tight.
Let's see what Charlie can do. Great stuff from Charlie, leg 1, yeah.
Yeah. And again, the hat.
Yeah, another bobble-free bobble. Also a small tail there, Charlie sporting. Maybe a belt, maybe just some rags that used to be a T-shirt. No one knows.
Wild from there.
He's got the power, but is the direction there for Charlie? That's the question. And the question remains.
Come on, Charlie.
Come on, Charlie. Just the 2 scored, unfortunately. It's all right, mate.
After letting my 8 first go out, I've sat here and I've done the first 3 throws, and now I'm just like...
Don't worry, don't just, that is the nature of Skittles, Charlie. You've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you, Rich?
It's a cruel game.
There's no smoother in Nigel. I don't want to start off rubbish and get better. I've had 2 half-decent shots.
It's been a bit unfortunate there, Pete. Just take 3 with the king there. But he's still got a good mini king. A bit of buzzcocks for everyone here. 3 more. He knows where those pins are. Can he get us a maximum, Peter, this time? Is
8 last time.
8 last time. Oh, just a 6. Thank you, Mr. Newton.
Right, Susie. Oh, it's me up, isn't it, then? Yeah.
Work to do for Mr. Morgan here. I think a spare is the minimum requirement for us to get back in the leg. I'm not saying you've got to get it, Tom. I'm just saying if we want to win the leg, I think one of us has got to get 9, over 9. We'll see.
How's it going, Skip?
I'd say badly.
Ooh, yes. Oh.
We've had a few of those as well. Richard's one deserved more.
Are we 8 behind? Is that right?
We're quite a lot. I mean, to be honest, I might have stopped paying full.
Oh, now Tom always very harsh on his mistakes. He's going to be.
But Rich actually put 2 through in similar positions for his 1. So I guess. Eric.
Oh. Wow.
I think the lowest leg of the season.
Lowest leg of the season beckons. Yeah. The sticker upper not troubled there.
Sitting pretty on 14 in this leg. I think the lowest leg so far this season 20 pins.
20 pins, the lowest. Wow. I'm sure you've got a 7 in you, Alan. Rob Wadsworth Jr. now for Bestsellers 2. With some very shiny white trainers. But he's...
Where are those pins?
What's the damage from a 0?
It's 50 pence, Tom. 50 pence.
50 pence fine. And Mr. Morgan again coming straight up to pay his dues.
Purse from Mr. Morgan here. It looks like perhaps a Polly pocket that's been overused.
Wow. Now, Mr. Wadsworth may be hung by his own, hoisted by his own petard here.
Can he hit any pins? Yes, he may.
Wow.
4 pins only. So 26.
Ah.
Still 12 behind.
Just the 12 behind. Well, you've got a 12 in you.
Made John play. Is that the suggestion?
I think you should at least, give him a chance at showing us some style. So, 12 behind. 12 required. Yeah. I won't beat around the bush. It's not looking good. But that is an excellent start. Now that quarter pin, the trouble is the back pin there is going to be very difficult to hit with the angle. Again, he needs these all down for the spare. Oh, as I thought, it was that back pin that was going to cause the problem. That was very unlucky. In other circumstances, we'd be celebrating that. Unlucky, Alan. I did call that back pin as being the tricky one in that little setup, but it was beautifully. Yeah, no, you did everything you could. I think we could have asked for any more. 22 points is our score. So we've beaten the lowest leg of the season so far, comfortably. 5-2. John does not require to throw, but he's going to exercise the elbow. It's all about the averages now. Three for that one.
Just a question.
Oh, a little unlucky there not to take anything else out with it. Not going to be a big score here for John Wadsworth looking at this split. A 5 there, but consistent from John, 2 5s in a row. They take the leg very comfortably, 31 points to 22. Beer leg is up next. It'll be Bestsellers 2 to throw first, so at least Lads Not Out will get a chance at chasing a target.
Know your enemy.
The 6-4 is still on, Alan, and we have to say that. The old
we contractually obliged at this stage.
the favourite score of Lads Not Out, either direction, 6-4, 4-6. What can Norman do? He's found the gap. There's been a lot of that today. Norman coming off a very strong 8 in his second leg. Oh, bit of air there.
I think we're approaching the end of my 9 credits. I'm just going to let you guys know that.
Skipper informing us there that the jukebox might be coming towards the end, but he saved us with a massive album track.
Achilles' last stand from presents. Really played.
4 scored for Norman. So the trouble is, though, that's that's a reasonable target for me, but it's one of those little pressure shots, isn't it? You don't want to cock up when you've got an open goal.
I mean, as the actress said to the bishop. I don't know which way round. I fancy Newton for a beer here, I have to say. I mean, but what do I know? As he strikes one down there with his first. Ah, there we go. The beer is secure. What else can he add? Where can he put us? Still there for the 9, I'd say. It's a good effort. Ray Newts, it's a 7. Made heavy work.
Albert, you don't know me very well if you think I have consistency. 7 there.
You're in your average area for this season.
My new average area. I'll take it. I'll certainly take it. I'll just go and take Norman's beer. Very gracious in defeat there, straight up to offer the beer. Back in the action now with Tony.
Great recovery.
What a lovely second shot.
He must have had the beer, even with Richard's.
Oh, just missed the king.
It's a story of decline, really. Tony's story.
It's on the way down, isn't it? 5 from Tony, so 9 points scored by Bestsellers 2. We currently stand on 7. Rich, what are you going for, Rich?
I'd probably just go for the 9, I think.
I like that. Don't aim too high.
It's good to have the live feedback.
Here he comes. He's got a little cheeky grin on his face. Perhaps he's been saving something special for us. He has!
First ball, he has equalled his effort so far.
He can return. Thanks, no.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Second ball. That was decent of him to gutter it because he knows what the crowd wants to see. He always plays for what the crowd wants to see. Oh. Yes! That's what we love about Rich. He never plays for his own averages. It's just about pleasing the crowd. 1 scored. So far, his total for the game after 3 legs, 3. To be fair though, no zeros in that score. Young Ben, the sticker upper from Bestsellers 2. Good delivery there.
First ball, very good.
Oh, that was a little unfortunate. Got a game left now. He's just pulled it too well. So that's a very good, solid 5 scored there.
6 behind as we see it.
14 for the Bestsellers 2, 8 currently. It's Albert, so it's a bit of a battle of the young uns here.
Look at him, I like the way he's letting his old man put them all back up again. He's not come back to stick up. He's just saying, these ones are for you, Dad.
It's only fair though.
Yeah, fair play.
I think so.
Yeah. Don't encumber yourself, Albert.
Right, Albert here. Still sporting the beanie hat, despite the fact that the rad is on full blast.
It doesn't feel cold.
Gentle roll. It's the right idea though. He's not phased. He's going to go for the same again, which I think is the right response to that. A bit of air,
Aerial.
Just the 1. Now then, he needs 5 to equal with Ben for the beer leg. Obviously, he's not old enough to have a beer. Oh, he's hit the 0 again. Just the 1 scored. Or as it's known here, the Masters. Again, good sportsmanship from Albert, straight in to offer a drink to his opponent, who refuses it. It's almost a slap in the face there.
Whisker of a...
Peter Avery here up for Bestsellers 2. 3 with the first ball. Second delivery coming. Oh, yeah, we could see what he was trying for there. Staying to the right of the alley. Is he going to try and pull that same shot off now, or is he moving? Let's see. Yes, he tried the same shot again, pulled it off this time. The recovery for the 6 there. 20 points now, the total for Bestsellers after 4 have thrown. Only 9 for Lads Not Out, but our secret weapon, Charlie Cook, is next. Another beanie-hatted player. We have 2 beanies on the team.
Just think for the beer though. 6-3 for the beer. 7 to win one, Charlie. He's won one before. We've got
So, Peter set him a target of 6. So he's just got to be aiming for the beer leg victory. So he needs 7. It's powerful, smooth delivery, powerful and smooth, but unfortunately only 1. What can you do with the second shot now? Better, but wow, he's still holding on to the rad there. No, only 3. I think that was probably a sign of his inexperience, really. He should have abandoned the radiator side with that lie, but you know that will come with many years of bitter disappointment. He'll get there. It is early days for Charlie.
3? I got a 3. What's a 3? I might as well even bother to come in for
could get a 3.
Has Peter refused the old beer there then?
He didn't want a beer, no.
Oh.
But I haven't got any money to give him a final beer anyway, so it kind of worked out well.
Well, you could have got your dad to
I gave Danny my bank card because so I didn't keep going in overdraft. So they charged me £80 a month for going in overdraft.
Oh, okay. Well, that's wise then. It's wise
so I
to
gave
avoid
it to
it.
Danny.
Oh, lovely first ball from Rodsworth Jr. But to be fair, he had to do that because his last 4 was disgustingly below par. He will have been cross with himself.
It's the old beer leg.
It is the beer leg, yeah.
He's missed it.
Okay.
Missed the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lowest score ever by one player.
I don't know what I know what ours is. Well, he knows. He got it. He knows. 8.
A strong 7 from Rob Wadsworth there.
He's the guy.
He's decided to put a target for the beer leg there. Tom now
So
coming off
exactly, you're
a
only
0
getting
in
Just
the second
taking
leg.
yourself, Rich. That's all it is.
I'm just looking at him now. He's staring at the Skittles. Can he put that second leg performance behind him?
0.
Oh, obviously not. He's made a jokey reference to it, but you know this is such a mental game.
It is.
Has he really put that ghost to rest? Let's see.
Yes,
Wow.
Deserve more.
I think a shot like that should have had at least 2 more. Yeah, I agree. But still, he's got to feel good for hitting a solid kingpin. And again, you see, that's just an unfortunate angle. There is a 7 here. It's tricky from this angle, but let's see. He's on the rad side.
Where have we gone? Oh.
That deserved at least a 7, but that's a solid 6. He's so nearly got the beer leg rollover from Rob, and well deserved too. That's really unfortunate. Good recovery from a 0.
18 with 9 pins a draw.
9 pins adrift for Lads Night Out with 1 each to throw. So
Not had a lot to play with.
the deficit 9 plus whatever John Wadsworth can throw down.
Got high hopes for the next round, all of us.
Yeah, me too, Charlie. I think we're just about to come good.
Yeah, just
I've put on some Thin Lizzy. Come on, guys.
got to help it out, right?
Yeah, we can't.
It's a delicate little roll from John. 3 per ball. Yeah. He's long in the tooth. He knows.
I've not won many beers from John Wadsworth.
Oh, that's a beautiful. What a smooth, delicate delivery. Class. Can he finish it off now?
16.
Can he finish it?
Anything more, is it possible?
That's a beautiful 8. Well-deserved round of applause. Appreciation from the crowd for that smooth set of deliveries there.
I mean, I hesitate to write the 2 in straight away, but
35 plays 18.
17 for the draw.
17 to draw is a stretch, it has to be said, Skip, but I like the fact that he hasn't actually chalked up the 2 points to the bestsellers yet. He's he feels that he might have some magic in him. Let's see what he can do. First ball from the skipper. It's a rather mean 2. It does now put the 17 spare in some doubt.
If anyone can do it, Alan can do it.
Not now.
Not now.
I'm sorry to be negative. Otherwise you'd be happy with that shot, but it's now just about his personal average. He should take a 2 here. There's an outside chance of 3. Oh, he was going for that outside 3. He was going for the 3. I like the fact that he went for the 3 and not the 2. 5 scored there. It's 3 losses on the trot for Lads Night Out. 6 points to 0. Bestsellers. So the game is lost, but now we need to just recover some points for the league. Right,
Where do we go
it's
from
me
here?
to, me to throw first in leg 4.
Come on, Simon, we got this.
Simon, the most consistent player so far. 6, 6, 7. Unlucky there. Oh, straight through the middle. So one of the first two. Oh, lucky. Says on Simon. There was just 2 down there. Is that the deux points?
Well, as those of you watching live will have seen, that was a very poor 2.
I'm afraid I cursed you.
No.
I said Simon, most consistent player so far.
Oh,
Yeah,
commentator's
yeah,
curse.
it was, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Very, very.
I take full responsibility.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That just, you know, the deliveries all felt right. They just, I don't know what it was. But let's see now what Norman can do. He's surely got to take advantage of a 2.
That's yours there.
No, this is mine here.
That's yours there.
Is that mine there?
Or do you know similar amount? I don't really know. Which one do you think?
I think I normally put mine there.
That's yours then, yeah.
Oh, bit of a double bounce there. Picked up a consolation. 1 there, 4 points. Okay, so he could have punished me a lot more than he did. They're only 2 ahead. Could have been a lot worse. I've paid up my 20p fine. Here comes Rich. Now he's coming off 3 1s. Surely he's owed a big score, or perhaps a 0. I feel it's going to go either of those directions.
Come on, Richard.
Bowling in silence. That was a good-looking delivery from this end, but unfortunately it just found the gaps. The jukebox is silent. This could be part of the problem. Second ball looking better. Yeah, so superb. Superb round of applause from everyone in the room.
He's still got work to do.
He got overexcited there, but he's broken his run of singles to get a beautiful 3. A glorious 3.
He's still in the area.
He is. We're on 5.
Ring Cheryl Baker now.
We're 1 point ahead, but we're 1 throw behind. So here's Tony.
Do you hold the record for the lowest?
3.
Dude, that's incredible.
It's a good start. What's next? Oh, that's a little unfortunate now. He's got this quarter pin. If he can hit the right angle,
It's quite hard to.
has he got something there? Oh, just the 1. Just the 5 scored. Again, we could have been punished a lot more in these last 2 legs. 9 plays 5. I think to be only 4 behind after that, I think we take that, Alan. Now then, Albert.
Sorry, I missed you.
I don't know, Alan. The deliveries all felt fine, but they just were shit. I mean, they missed the target. It just,
Any nils? You had some
yeah,
straight throughs?
Yeah. You'd like to think so with the 2. Here's Albert. Oh, he's hit a beautiful kingpin. That is. Albert's coming off a 7 or 5 and then the 1 in the beer leg, but he's bounced right back. Oh, he's pulled that slightly. This quarter pin is on. It's the same shot that you had, Alan. Oh, hang on.
He's got something for it.
He's got the king. That's a lovely solid 6.
Fade out, but
Good comeback.
It is a very good recovery there.
first shot, Greg. It's the first shot you've deserved all night, Albert. So.
He set a solid target for his young competitor Ben from
Bestsellers
Bestsellers 2.
for that. We've run out we're skittling inside.
Ben
the
getting
zero,
some
just
coaching advice from Peter Avery there. Interesting.
Who's going to help Albert on this?
Here comes young Ben.
I mean, I'm willing. I've already put 9 on.
That's a good 3. He's got that. He's taken that middle 3 sort of chevron out. The kingpin. He really needs to get the right angle. He's pulled that wide. Okay, this is still plenty of pins available. Oh, that's so unlucky. That was very unlucky indeed.
There's a pin in it as we speak, Charlie. Keep calm.
Pin in it. Pin in it.
Keep calm.
So
Not
after
just
that
raw
3,
power,
Bestsellers
raw
2,
power
12.
with direct- some power
Lads
with
Night Out
direction.
11. We're only 1 behind. And I think actually given those first 3 scores in this leg, I think we take that all day. So it's up to Charlie, Tom and Alan to bring us home. Madness on the Dukey now, giving us some upbeat, two-tone Scar vibes. Not that Charlie was even a twinkle in anyone's eye when this was in the charts, but first ball for Charlie. Oh, a beautiful, smooth delivery.
He lays it on the alley.
He does lay it on the alley nicely.
Don't be disappointed, that's the thing.
Enormous power. Enormous power. But he just needs to direct it more accurately. He isn't. No, that's true. Here's his last one. Big shot required. Ah, pulled it again. That's very unlucky. 2 scored.
You an 8 leg 5.
He is.
Unlucky, mate.
Charlie's score sheet looking like an 8, a 2, a 3, a 2. So we need an 8 next, obviously, to get that lovely pattern. Peter Avery up next, coming off an 8, a 6 and a 6. Now then, he really needs to score and punish us here. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Just a 2 again. He rattled that middle one. I think he'd be disappointed with an 8 and a 6 and a 6, Peter. It's not been up to his usual standard. Straight through again. This is unusual. And again, we should be punished now.
One behind. Well, we're at present 1 behind. Plus these.
He's missed it again. Well, this is a bizarre leg. 2 scored from Peter Avery. 14 plays 13. There's still only a pin in it. That's remarkable. So now we've got Tom and Alan and the double Wadsworth. Right, here comes Tom.
This is why I never get picked for the team.
Have we had your finding first news?
So
You pa-
Tom
Alright,
sank a
take
6
Charlie's
in the
fine
beer
out
leg,
of the pound.
wiped out that 0. Okay, that's a 2. Plenty of pins on the left-hand side of the alley as we're looking. You're right. He's sticking at the radiator end, and he's looking over there. Yes, that's a beautiful, beautiful considered delivery.
Some horrible splits.
That isn't a good split there, and that straight delivery down the middle is always one of the worst to try. That was always the risk. So 5 scored, and again I think unlucky to only score 5. $18. So we're 4 ahead with Rob. Now Rob's coming off a very uncharacteristic 1. No, he's not. He's coming off a 7. I got overexcited by the chalkboard. He's coming off a 7 in his beer leg.
We're 4 ahead as we speak.
We are 4 ahead as we speak.
I've got to set a target. See where we go.
Rob's first delivery. Yeah, it's all the way. Kingpin all day and a fantastic 7. I mean, there's just nothing to say about that, is it? Very big first shot, and this is a lovely angle for a big spare.
I mean, we're going for a 6-4 inch. Missed it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Just a little nicker on that. You should have just given it a bit more meat. So the spare's off the table, which for us is good news. He'll be disappointed with himself, though. Can he pull it back? No, you see, I think he was disappointed, and a supportive, mocking laugh from his father there, just to just to rub it in. 22 is that. 22 plays 18.
No, we're not as many as that. Yeah, 18.
22 plays 18.
Yeah, I'll have a hot
Yes, please, thank you. Wonder Boy! Beautiful, beautiful vocals from Charlie. Right then, Skipper's got to set a target here. Ooh, lovely noise there. Unusual, unusual. He's left that diagonal with the king, and I tell you what, if he hits the left of the king, that he could just knock that back pin out. It is possible. Let's see what he can do here. Oh yes! Wow! That was beautiful.
Is that with just 2 balls?
Back up again. Yeah, it's a spare. Skittles need to go up.
Skittles go up. The Skittles go up.
Was that just 2 balls?
Yeah. He's into the spare.
Nice.
Go on then, Al.
I'm just still clapping. That's sick. I've never seen that before. That's cool.
Don't rush it, Alan. Come and sit down.
Rub it on your leg like you're doing cricket. Might help.
Now then.
Let it shine up one side.
Now, in some ways, this is the worst pressure shot in all Skittles, because now you don't want to cock up and miss all of them. Has he done that? No, he hasn't. He hit the king, and that was so unlucky. A kingpin hit, and yet he only took
12.
3. But we'll take a 12 every day of the week. Well played, Skip. How did that feel?
Yeah, it's been a long time since that has occurred, so I'm feeling pretty warm inside, I'm not going to lie to you.
There's a little glow about him now. That was beautifully done. 30 scored. Is that 8 for the draw required? 22? 8 to draw required for John, 9 for the win. So the lads' night out 6-4 either way is still on. We don't mind losing as long as we get 4 points in consolation. Let's see what John Senior, Wadsworth Senior can do here. Solid kingpin hit there. 4 down. Lovely cluster on the left as you look at it. And a great angle on the right as you look at it for those two. So there's a 9 on here.
1 maybe, 1 to 2.
Smooth delivery. Oh! I think that's pretty much impossible for him to beat us now. I think we've got the 2 points. Yeah, that's well played, John.
I'm pleased with that.
It's a good 6. Alan's superb spare taking us
Yeah, your 3 made a lot of difference. That is
a 2-pointer.
2
We avoid the whitewash, and now it's the last leg. We'll be throwing second.
When the game begins, you know when it begins.
So we, all of us will have a target to beat. Now it's just about beating your opponent.
So what do you get points for then? You get 2 points for winning, 1 point for a draw, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's
Yeah,
points.
2 points for a win,
No points.
none for a loss, and one if you draw the leg. Yeah. So it's kind of, there's 10 points to be had every game.
Okay, then you got like extra points for anything special.
Whose is that? Not mine.
Yeah, I think that's Richard has delivered it over.
Oh, he's a lovely man, isn't he? Delivering my beer. Okay. Norm here. Starting off with his last leg. Solid first. He's done that. Oh, that was so.
Just swerve the king to the
There's been a lot of gap hitting.
Where's he gone? Has he found that gap again?
Missed. Well. So, finishes with a very creditable 6 and a total of 27.
Not a lot of comment on the. Is anyone actually watching the commentary?
I doubt it.
Maybe they're commenting.
Right,
on
I'm up
Facebook.
next. I'll see you shortly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on there, obviously. So.
Is there anybody out there?
Nothing on the nonsense tonight, Tom.
No,
nothing.
nothing. Radio silence.
I mean, if they missed leg 4, they've missed the treat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice. Oh, deserve more news. Deserve more.
This is like the one-hand clapping, isn't it? Really.
It is a little bit. Still, he's got 6 here, 6 to 7 here if he's. Oh yeah, it's a great shot.
That's a nasty split, though.
Good shot. He's really having to work for him at the end here, isn't he? But where's he at? 27 currently. One more. I mean, he beats his man. He's found the gap.
Unlucky.
Horrible split.
That was a
well
good
played, Newt. Good 6. 27. It's a draw. It's a draw there.
6 scored, 27, so drawn with Norman. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, given the inconsistency there. A little bit.
You just had a terrible leg forward.
I did have a terrible leg forward.
Somehow we won.
Unbelievably, with 2 2s and a 3.
I think there might have been a larger score there somewhere. Not sure where.
Tony delivered a beautiful shot there. It was gorgeous 6. And look at this little lie here. No, that's unfortunate.
He's disappointed.
He's got a second chance for the clearance though. He's pulled it again. That's a real shame. But that was such a beautiful first ball where he can't be too disappointed. He's had a very, very good run there actually. 29 scored, just one off his magical 30. Rich requires a 23 spare to draw with his man.
It's not draw with your man, it's beat your man.
24 spare required. Yeah, got to beat them.
Come on, Richard. Fill your boots, mate. Easy. Come on, Rich.
I'd love it if he got an egg or nine.
He needs 3 to avoid the equal winning of his own.
And if anyone is out there watching in Facebook land, you need to find Charlie Cook and friend him and then invite him into the group, because it turns out that unless you're an admin, Brett and Brian, we can't add him in unless we're friends with him. And we can't find him because he's got stealth mode on. So he won't be able to watch in glorious replay his beautiful... Oh, Ricardo! He's finished with a 2. A beautiful 8. A beautiful £1 into the curry fund.
Well, he's got 120 because he's paid one of Charlie's fines.
Oh.
And Charlie's match fees. So.
And my match fees, yeah.
Wow. And
8 scored
I'm
from
guessing
Rich.
you've not got your Skittles £20 subs either, Charlie, have you?
Here comes young Ben there. Lovely first delivery.
Oh, sorry, I agree so much.
It's been a good night for the country, hasn't it?
Oh, here we go. Ben's, I think, going to finish with his best score of the yes. He's already beaten his best score. Brilliant. Great way to finish with your highest score. Lovely 6.
I think the real winner tonight's been the curry,
19 for young Ben. Now then, Albert.
To not get into the 20s there, Ben.
Albert's got 19, so as long as he doesn't miss, he'll beat his opponent. But he's got to think of the averages.
Strong work from
I'd like to see a 7 or an 8. I'd like to see a 7 or an 8 from Albert. He glances up at the chalkboard there just to see what he needs to do. He knows now that he's beaten the man, but it's all about the averages now. It's all about the team play.
It's about this leg score, isn't it? It's a good shot.
Well, there was nothing wrong with that shot, other than the fact that it missed all the Skittles.
Don't worry.
There was little wrong with that one either, other than the fact that it missed. Here we go. Come on, big finish. That's the one. 5. He avoids the fine, and that's well deserved. A 24th from Albert.
More than a 24 tonight, mate.
I think he certainly, he did deserve more than a 24. That one in the beer leg, he would have been looking at a north of 30.
Just been, it was good Skittles League as
Now
far
then.
as I'm concerned, Albert. So.
Pete for bestsellers 2. He's coming off an uncharacteristic 2. He's got the 3, but in an unconventional style. Wow. Bonus ball. Yeah, we don't mean it.
He does. He really does.
Oh!
It's there somewhere.
Well deserved 8. Hits the 30, the magic number that we all aim for, really. Well done, Peter. 30 with a 2 is a good game.
Rush it, Charlie. Just take your time.
Oh, now Charlie's decided to put his own personal tunes on. He's got his earbuds in. His beanie is fully retracted. And he's got something weird dangling out of his arse, but...
Motivational talking there.
I don't know. Has he got one of those Peter Robbins kind of like you can win kind of talks going on? Oh! You can see it rattling. Half. Slow it down. He's obviously listening to thrash metal. He's winding up the thing. 3 scored and a rattler.
Right, so 3. 18 for Charlie.
That's unfortunate. That first round 8 set a very high benchmark.
I've got less than 20 for the first time ever, and it kind of sucks. I should go outside and
Charlie,
see my
don't
wrists right
be
now.
disappointed. You see, you're new to the game, and you don't realise that there's a lot of crushing disappointment at Skittles.
There is actually, yeah. There's so much.
You get used to it after a couple of years, mate. Oh, Rob Wadsworth with a massive kingpin hit there. It was a superb shot. This, though, not the ideal
Perfect, no.
lie.
Great shot from the left-hand side.
It's going to have to do a superb shot, but I don't think the clearance is on here.
It's popped the left pin.
He's not on for a spare hit. No.
That's not going to go.
No. What's he on currently? Oh yeah, that was a great recovery shot for an 8. Let's do a bit of mild maths. 20, 29, 36 scored. Top scorer for them so far. Solid. And that's 36 with a 4 in the second leg. That's top Skittles.
Skittling. Oh, they're off.
Now Tom, coming off 6-0, 6 and a 5. Again, been very unlucky, I think. Let's see what he can do with the last 3 balls of the evening. Deserved a little more than the 2, I think, but Kingpin is still there. He's still on the radiator side, though. Oh, he's found the gap. He's
Very popular.
knocked down 1 on the rebound. Obviously, it doesn't count. Sticker upper needs to respot that. He's staying with the rad. Oh, that is unlucky. That is unlucky. He's disappointed with himself. He's always very hard on himself. But then he has very high standards. 12, 14 and 5, 19 scored. Comes straight in with a fine because he's a true sportsman. John Wadsworth to bring Bestsellers home. Coming off a 5, a 5, an 8 and a 6.
If there's anybody who can do it, it's you.
24. 6 required for his 30. That's 3 of them. Oh.
We can even count.
John's
Run out of fingers and toes.
in Abacus. Here we go. Smooth final delivery. Right on the king, and it went straight through. That is very unlucky. He'll be disappointed with that 4. 28. The leg score for Bestsellers is 38. That's their best leg of the night. We are not on 38. We are on 18. Alan, you require 20 for the draw. Just a little captain discrepancy over the score. Skittles, a very honourable game. No one wants to cheat or claim any Skittles extra. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's difficult to keep track of Skittles, but it can be amicably sorted out by the skippers. Oh, again, a beautiful kingpin hit, which took out far fewer than it deserved. Story of our night, really. Oh, again.
There's definitely been too much gap this evening.
There has. However, if he goes for the quarter pin on your right... Ah, that's unlucky. That's a solid 6 from the skipper. Brought it home with a 6.
Only just equalled Wadsworth. That's disappointing.
But that's a great score for the skipper. He's got 36. A very, very solid score. We lost the final leg. We avoided the whitewash though. 8-2 to Bestsellers. We had a 24 and a 22 and a 23. Time to shake hands. Thank you for joining us here at the Heathercroft tonight for Live Skittles. Join us next time, whenever that is. Good night.
Yeah, 170, 132 we got of it, so we deserve nothing more. Thank you very much. We didn't get you to do much work.